Hello, my dear friend. Before we go any further, I need to start with something important. A quiet warning that far too many people ignore until it's too late. Did you know that the very first part of your body to show signs of aging weakness isn't your back? It's not your hands or your heart. It's your legs. Yes, the two limbs that have carried you through every stage of life, they're the first to begin fading. And when they weaken, it's not just about walking a little slower or getting tired more quickly. It's about freedom. It's about independence. It's about whether you can climb the stairs in your own home, stand up without needing support, or take a walk with your grandchildren without worry. Weak legs can mean missing out on the life you love. Worse, they can lead to falls. Serious ones that can steal months or years of your life in recovery, or in some heartbreaking cases, lead to complications you never imagined. I don't say this to frighten you. I say it to empower you. Because this doesn't have to be your future. You can take control. You can rebuild your strength. And you can protect your ability to live the life you love on your own terms. Think of your legs as the foundation of a house. If that foundation is solid, everything else stays steady. But if it begins to crumble, everything above it becomes unstable. That's why today, we're starting a journey to protect and strengthen your legs, so they can carry you confidently for years to come. And no, it doesn't require expensive therapy, intense gym routines, or hard-to-find ingredients. You'll discover simple, affordable ways to keep your legs strong and steady, beginning with the very food on your plate. So let me ask you, have you felt it? That subtle shift, the stairs feeling steeper, your balance a little less sure? If so, stay with me, because the journey to strength, stability, and freedom begins right now. Are you ready? Let's take that first step together. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed the little things starting to feel harder? Maybe climbing the stairs takes more effort than it used to. Or standing up from a low chair feels like lifting weights. It's not just in your head. There's a reason for it, and it has a name. It's called sarcopenia. That's the scientific term for the natural loss of muscle mass and strength that comes with aging. Starting in your 40s, your body begins to lose about 1% of muscle each year. And by the time you reach your 60s, that rate can double. But here's what most people don't realize. Your legs are the first to be affected. Why? Because they're your largest and most hardworking muscles. They carry you, support you, move you every single day. Every step you take, every time you rise from a chair, your legs are doing the heavy lifting. And like any part that's constantly under pressure, they begin to wear down first. You might not even notice it at first. Maybe your legs feel a little heavier when walking uphill, or you catch yourself reaching for the railing more often. But over time, those small signs grow. Activities you once loved, gardening, dancing, playing with your grandkids, suddenly feel exhausting. And that's when the real danger sets in. Because when your legs weaken, you don't just lose strength. You lose confidence, you lose freedom. But here's the truth that changes everything. You can rebuild, even now, even starting today. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly how. Now let's talk about why this truly matters. When your leg muscles begin to weaken, it's not just about fatigue or stiffness, it's about something much bigger, your independence. You see, studies show that weak legs are directly linked to a higher risk of falling. And for older adults, one serious fall can change everything. It can mean months of painful recovery. Time spent in a hospital bed instead of enjoying your garden, your walks, or your family. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths for adults over 65. And most of them don't happen during something extreme. They happen during everyday moments, getting out of bed, stepping out of the shower, reaching for something on a shelf. It's heartbreaking because so many of these falls can be prevented. All it takes is noticing the early signs and choosing not to ignore them. But here's the hope, and it's powerful. You are not powerless. Even if you've already felt your legs getting weaker, even if stairs feel like a challenge or balance feels shaky, you can take your strength back. Let me share a story with you. Margaret, age 72, had nearly given up on walking outside. Her knees ached, Stairs made her nervous. But she made one decision: to try. With a few simple exercises and a change in her diet, she slowly regained control. Today, she walks a mile every morning and even joined a ballroom dance class. So, if you've been feeling unsure, know this: it's never too late to begin again. In the next part, we'll uncover the first food that helped Margaret and can help you too. Let's begin with the first powerhouse food that can completely change the way your legs feel: fatty fish. Now, I know that might sound simple, even ordinary, but don't underestimate it, because this one food is packed with some of the most powerful nutrients your body needs as you age, especially when it comes to your muscles, your joints, and your overall mobility. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats aren't just good for your heart, they're essential for your muscles and joints too. You see, omega-3s help reduce inflammation, which is one of the hidden reasons why your legs may feel stiff, sore, or tired. They also support the repair of tiny muscle tears that naturally happen during movement. Every time you take a walk, bend your knees, or even shift in your chair, your muscles experience micro damage. And omega-3s help them recover faster and grow stronger. But that's not all. Fatty fish are also loaded with high-quality protein, the very building blocks of muscle. Without enough protein, your body can't repair or rebuild your muscles efficiently. That's why seniors who don't get enough protein often see their strength decline much faster. Let's put it into perspective. Just one serving of grilled salmon, about the size of your palm, gives you over 20 grams of protein, a hearty dose of omega-3s, and even vitamin D, which is essential for bone strength. It's like a triple win for your legs. And the best part: adding fatty fish to your weekly meals is easy. For dinner, try grilling or baking a piece of salmon with a touch of lemon juice and fresh herbs. For lunch, whip up a tuna salad and enjoy it with whole grain bread or leafy greens. Even a simple snack, like sardines on crackers, can be surprisingly satisfying and incredibly nutritious. Not a fan of cooking? That's okay. Canned tuna or salmon work just as well and are affordable, convenient, and shelf-stable. And if you're not a seafood lover at all, don't worry. You can still get omega-3s from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Or talk to your doctor about a good quality fish oil supplement. Now here's a fact that may surprise you. A recent study found that older adults who eat omega-3 rich foods regularly have a 20% slower rate of muscle loss than those who don't. 20% may not sound like much, but over time that's the difference between walking independently and needing a cane, or between dancing at your granddaughter's wedding and sitting out. Just imagine the strength, the freedom, the confidence that comes from knowing your legs can carry you wherever you want to go. That's the power of fatty fish. It's not about fad diets or expensive superfoods. It's about simple, consistent nourishment, meals that fuel your muscles, protect your joints, and support your independence. So next time you plan a meal, think of it as an investment. Not just in your health, but in your ability to move, to explore, to live life on your terms, one meal at a time. Now that you've discovered the first leg-loving food, let's move on to the next one. And this one might be sitting in your refrigerator already. Now that we've covered the power of fatty fish, let's move on to another essential food group that often gets overlooked: dairy. Milk, yogurt, cheese. They're not just comfort foods or things we grew up with. They're actually some of the most powerful allies your legs have as you age. Why? Because dairy provides your body with two nutrients that are absolutely vital: protein and calcium. Let's start with protein. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at building and maintaining muscle. This is one of the key reasons people lose strength, not because they're not trying, but because their body simply needs more support. And protein is what gives your muscles the tools they need to repair and rebuild. Every time you stand up from a chair, climb stairs, or go for a walk, you're placing small amounts of stress on your leg muscles. That's not a bad thing. In fact, it's how muscles grow, but only if your body has enough protein to help them recover. And dairy products are among the best sources of high-quality, easily absorbable protein available. Did you know that just one glass of milk contains around 8 grams of protein? Or that a single serving of Greek yogurt can pack up to 20 grams? That's more than some protein bars, and with none of the added sugar or artificial ingredients. Now let's talk about calcium. While protein supports your muscles, calcium is what keeps your bones strong. And your bones are the scaffolding that holds everything together. Even if your muscles are in great shape, if your bones are weak and brittle, you're still at risk for fractures or falls. As we age, our bodies absorb calcium less efficiently. That means you need more of it, not less. And dairy makes that easy. A slice of cheese, a cup of yogurt, a bowl of fortified cereal with milk, they all contribute to your daily calcium needs in a delicious and accessible way. Let me share a story. There's a man named Robert. He's 68 and retired. For years, he struggled with leg weakness and joint pain. His doctor recommended he start adding more dairy into his diet. So Robert began drinking a glass of milk in the morning and enjoying yogurt with fruit in the afternoon. That's it. Just a simple shift. But within a few months, he noticed his legs felt stronger, his energy improved, and he could walk farther without stopping. The stairs that used to exhaust him, no longer a problem. Sometimes the smallest changes lead to the biggest results. Now, what if you're lactose intolerant or just not a fan of dairy? That's okay. There are options for you too. Many plant-based milks like almond, soy, or oat are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. And you can also get calcium from foods like leafy greens, tofu, or fortified cereals. Even calcium supplements are an option, if approved by your doctor. The key here is consistency. When you give your legs what they need, protein to build muscle and calcium to support your bones, you're giving yourself the best chance at lasting strength, balance, and mobility. So tomorrow morning, when you pour yourself a glass of milk or enjoy some yogurt with breakfast, remember, that simple moment is doing so much more than just feeding you. It's fortifying your foundation, one serving at a time. Now, let's move to the third and final food in this trio of leg-saving superstars, a leafy green powerhouse that might just surprise you. Now let's talk about a food group that many people overlook. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but it might just be the most powerful tool you have for protecting your legs. I'm talking about leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens, arugula. These vibrant vegetables are more than just a pretty side dish. They're nutritional powerhouses, and your legs absolutely love them. Why? Because leafy greens are rich in 3 essential nutrients that work together like a dream team: vitamin K, magnesium, and potassium. Let's start with vitamin K. This little-known vitamin plays a big role in your bone health. Think of vitamin K as the key that unlocks calcium's power. It helps your body absorb calcium and then binds it into your bones where it actually belongs. Without enough vitamin K, even if you're eating lots of calcium, your body might not be using it effectively. And that can leave your bones fragile and more prone to fractures. Here's something surprising. Studies show that older adults who consume more vitamin K have a significantly lower risk of bone fractures, especially in the hips and legs. That means something as simple as adding kale to your lunch could make a meaningful difference in your future mobility. Now let's talk about magnesium. Magnesium helps your muscles function properly. It's what allows your muscles to contract and relax smoothly without cramping or seizing up. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp? That's often your body's way of saying it's low on magnesium. Leafy greens like spinach are one of the best natural sources of this vital mineral. And then there's potassium. Potassium is a true energy supporter. It balances your body's electrolytes and keeps your muscles hydrated and functioning well. Without enough potassium, your legs may feel sluggish, heavy, or even shaky. But with enough of it, your movements feel easier, smoother, and more controlled. That's the magic of potassium. So how do you bring more leafy greens into your life? Here's the good news. It's easier than you think. For breakfast, toss a handful of spinach into an omelet or smoothie. It blends in easily and adds a gentle boost without changing the taste too much. For lunch, make a kale salad with olive oil, lemon juice, and a sprinkle of grated cheese. It's bright, satisfying, and full of leg-loving nutrients. And for dinner, sauté some collard greens with garlic and olive oil as a delicious side dish. Even adding a handful of arugula to your sandwich or wrap can give you a powerful boost. Still not sure it's worth it? Let me tell you about Linda. She's 65 and used to struggle with leg cramps and low energy. Her physical therapist gently suggested eating more leafy greens. At first, she laughed. "How is spinach going to fix my legs?" she said, but she gave it a try. She added kale to her lunch salads and blended spinach into her morning smoothies. Just a few weeks later, Linda noticed the cramps had stopped. Her legs felt lighter, steadier, and even stronger. Now she swears by her greens routine and says it's one of the best changes she's ever made. So the next time you pass by the fresh produce section, pause, pick up that bunch of spinach or that head of kale. Because every bite is a step towards stability, strength, and freedom. Leafy greens may be humble, but don't underestimate them. They're your leg's secret weapon. And when combined with fatty fish and dairy, you've got a nutritional trio that can support you for years to come. But we're not done just yet, because now it's time to take everything we've learned and build it into a daily routine that keeps your legs strong, steady, and full of life. Let's keep going. So here we are, my friend. You've made it to the end of this journey, a journey about strength, about freedom, and about honoring the part of your body that carries you through every single day. Your legs. The truth is, your legs aren't just for walking or standing. They represent your independence, your confidence, and your connection to life's simple joys. Like chasing after your grandchild in the backyard, climbing stairs without hesitation, dancing at a celebration, or even just going for a quiet walk on your favorite path. But as you now know, age has its own plans. The silent process of sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle, starts earlier than most people realize. And unless we do something about it, we can slowly lose not only our strength, but also our freedom. But here's the beautiful part of the story. You're not powerless, not at all, because now you hold the keys, 3 simple, accessible foods that can rebuild your foundation. Fatty fish to soothe your joints, feed your muscles, and give you the omega-3s your body craves. Dairy to fill your bones with the strength of calcium and support your muscles with rich, high-quality protein. And leafy greens, those vibrant, humble little leaves, packed with vitamin K, magnesium, and potassium to keep your legs steady, strong, and energized. These foods aren't exotic. They're not trendy superfoods that disappear after a season. They're time-tested, backed by science, and most importantly, they work. But food alone isn't enough. We also talked about daily habits that give life to these nutrients. Movement, even gentle walks or chair stretches, keeps the blood flowing and the muscles engaged. Water, simple hydration, fuels your body and prevents fatigue. And sleep, precious rest, is when your body repairs, rebuilds, and restores. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to take one small step, because small steps, done consistently, lead to real transformation. Picture yourself 6 months from now. What if you could walk up that hill without stopping? What if you no longer felt wobbly or unsure? What if you danced, gardened, or climbed stairs, not with fear, but with joy? That version of you is absolutely possible, and it starts with what's on your plate. It starts with choosing movement. It starts with valuing your body as the beautiful, capable vessel it is. Even as it changes with time, you are not getting weaker. You are getting wiser. And every time you choose health, every time you nourish your legs with strength, you're telling yourself, I matter. I'm worth caring for. So now I want to ask you something, and I'd love for you to share your answer in the comments below. What's one small change you'll make this week for your leg health? Will you add salmon to your dinner? Will you take a walk after lunch? Will you pick up some leafy greens the next time you shop? Whatever it is, say it out loud, write it down. Declare it, because when we speak our intentions, we give them life. And if you know someone, a parent, a partner, a friend, who could benefit from stronger legs and a stronger life, share this video with them. Let's lift each other up, one step at a time. If this video helped you in any way, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to take care of yourself again. We're building a community here, a circle of people who choose health, who choose strength, and who choose to keep moving forward. And I want you to be part of that. Thank you, from my heart, for spending this time with me today. Remember, your legs are your roots. Care for them, and they will carry you, wherever your journey leads next. Stay strong, stay active, and always, and keep moving forward. You've got this, and I'll be right here cheering you on. Every step of the way.